What's going on? No, didn't work. I should have checked this earlier. Charlie Houston, what's happening, champion? What is happening? Hang on, bear with me a sec. Man, I'm not organised again. I might get my shit together one day. What's this? Oh, clear. No, that's going to cause me drama. So, anyway, how are we? What's going on? Who's on? Mike Hyde, hello, mate. How you going? Shit, you rang me yesterday. Sorry, bud. I'm going to ring you back. Lukey Crowley, Mr. 6 Second himself. That's his bite. Mel Black. Mel Black, son. We'll talk about Mel Black shortly. Jess, Shaggy. I need Boombastic. Maybe I need to play Boombastic again. I'll probably get kicked off. They don't like that stuff, eh? They don't like that stuff when you play, what do they call it? Copyrighted, whatever. Anyway, what are they going to do? I'm only a little guy. Remember, what was the young fellas? I'm only a little man. I'm only a little kid. That was it. Anyway, thought your fingers were broken. What's wrong with your fingers? Oh, answering the phone. Sorry, mate. I was at work and then I'm lazy. And then, look at this. I got 2 phones now, right? So this one, after 2 weeks with my buddies at Telstra, my new account, they finally activated after I go in twice today. Had to go into the store twice. And all it turned out to be was something minor. Anyway, we got it sorted. We're getting closer. I'm still transferring. Anyway, working it out. It's too hard, isn't it? It's too hard sometimes just to get, organise that sort of stuff. Who we got on? Darren Gay. Hello, champion. Ed Duncan, your legend. Dave Furl. How are you, Dave? We still doing tyres, mate? What's going on? Did you make it to Nitro? Marty Kent. Mate, I did. I'll get onto that. One's a girly one, Mrs. just said. Ooh, ouch. Ouch. Throwing shade already. See you on the weekend. Darren Gay, mate. Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be good. We'll get to that shortly too. All right, let's get into it. We'll start on... I like to get some something out of the way. We'll do it first. Put my water out of the way. I'm all set up. So I'm babysitting tonight. I'm babysitting the 2 Frenchies, Frankie and Grace. So I've shut the door on them. I'm in the media room. I've shut the door on them. What's this? Who wants a password? Go away. So if they might not be knocking on the door because I'm the only one home. Home alone with the kids. With the 2 Frenchies. I just fed them. That should keep them happy for a little while. And let's hope they're not out there tearing something apart while I'm doing this. But we'll see. We'll see. Couple of things this week, guys. Let's talk about... sometimes we use it too much, I guess. We talk about heroes. So, like, if we're talking about our sport, we all got our heroes, whether it be, whether you're into the NHRA or whatever, you got your John Forces and, everyone loves guys like that, or our small tyre, radial and pro mod, everyone loves Stevie Jackson. We love Stevie Fast. He's just a top bloke, but we talk about he's our hero. We got their local heroes, of course, Jim Reeds and Graham Cowan and Victor Bray, and we got all our local heroes, but we want to talk about some heroes this week. And of course, yesterday was the 11th of the 11th, and at 11 o'clock we all stop and we have a moment, don't we? We have a sit there, we have a stand. Let's stand there and just have a bit of a think about how lucky we are to live in this fantastic country. Just the life we do live because of genuine heroes, and that's of course all our servicemen that given so much. I think I heard a figure yesterday, 105,000 Australians have lost their lives in warfare, I guess it is, over the years. That's crazy. That's a lot of people, isn't it? Those brave men and women that have gone off to defend our country and defend our right to live how we want to live, and we wouldn't be where we are without them. The old power struggle. The power struggle. I mean, we see it day to day, don't we? In whether it be our work or lives, or you see it on the TV and politicians, but when you have people trying to take over whole countries or continents or whatever the case may be, and all those brave men and women that put up their hands and went and fought for us. Crazy, yeah. 101 years since the end of the First World War, and I think the figure was 42,000. I think we lost in World War One. I spent a bit of time over the years sort of looking into that. Did a bit of reading, watching documentaries, did a lot of reading, and I sort of made a decision. I don't think I'd be brave enough, to do that. What a lot of those guys and girls have done, and of course, a lot of them paid the ultimate sacrifice. But even those that did come back, their lives have changed forever. But we all sort of do it in our little way, and I did it that way. I did it that way. It's a tattoo I got in sort of 3 stages, but I sort of made it. It was a tattoo at Gallipoli, basically, to start with, and Anzac Cove, and that I got a map out, and I got that done, and of course I got the Lest We Forget on there, and some poppies, which is synonymous with that sort of thinking. It's just, I don't know, it just sort of gives me a reminder, you sort of get out of the shower and you have a look in the mirror. It's not pretty, but anyway. But you see that, and I sort of, just sort of have a quick reflection every day, I guess, when I have a quick look at that, and we're lucky. We're very lucky. You can't imagine what happened back then if you were living in those times. I was talking to an ex-wife recently, and she's got an amazing person in her life, and that's her Nana, and that Nana L, we will affectionately call her. 106 and a half she is. So in February she turns 107 years old. 107 years old. So she's seen everything. And she had some amazing stories. And she's been through everything, and we really owe it to those people. She lost her first husband in World War II. Walter Beer was his name, and you can look it up. You can look up our history as far as war goes, and those that we lost at war. And you'll find Walter Beer. You'll find that name on that list. You'll find that name when you look in concentration camp called Sandakan. So Sandakan was apparently as bad as it got. It was the worst of the worst. A camp where they kept prisoners of war, and unfortunately Walter Beer was one of those captured, fighting for us, fighting for Australia, fighting for our country, and he never made it back. He succumbed to injuries at Sandakan, and you can't imagine. I mean, sometimes we get the shits if the internet's not working, or if your phone, we got no phone service, or just little things. We catch 3 red lights in a row, and it's going to take us an extra 30 seconds to get to work or to get wherever we're going, But those guys had massive, just some of the things they had to do back then. We got no idea, really. We're pretty soft compared to, but we should be all very grateful on what they did for us, and we live the way we live because of it, because of their sacrifice and their efforts. So they're the heroes. They're true heroes. The other heroes, and I mean, it's devastating at the moment to watch. I don't watch a lot of news these days. I've got to be honest. I don't watch a lot of news. What I do get, I get from the the little square life sucker on the book face and the various other things. But the fires are just crazy at the moment. So I mean, the heroes there for us at the moment are the fireys, especially throughout New South Wales and Queensland. Just some amazing images coming through, and those guys. You got to remember, a lot of those fireys are volunteers. So I always try to make a mention of the volunteers we have at racetracks, at the drag strips and that, and I always make reference to that. Just how much we can't do without the volunteers putting in the effort, whether it be in the tower or on the start line or on the track or in the braking area, the front gate, canteen. It's all volunteers. at those drag strips and the meetings and that. But the fires, I mean, to put your hand up to say, yeah, I'm going to go and fight a... Some of those photos, there's one getting around that looks like the wall of flame is 50 metres high. Like, it's just insane. And those guys are, volunteers going in to fight that, to try and save homes and save people's lives and wildlife. And, just thank you. Thank you so much. It's turned into a... Actually, I was just reading before this. So there's guys coming from all over Australia to fight those fires, to help out. Some of our racers families are doing that. I saw Troy Whitner. I'll give Troy Whitner a quick mention. He's a racer up in Northern Territory. His daughter left today to come down and fight fires in Queensland. And then I just read before, there's 27 firefighters come from New Zealand to help fight. How good is it that we can all come together? That's a bit of Anzac spirit there, I guess. Hey, they're New Zealand brothers and sisters coming over to help us fight the fires. So I wish you guys all the best. I hope you're all safe. And the fire is... Wow. Thank you. Thank you for what you do, and I hope you're all safe. And guys, if you see, a lot of people not return the favour. What's the best way? Just show their appreciation. I saw a guy the other day, he just went to the local supermarket and just cleared them out of bottles of water and just took it down to the fireys. And, if you can do stuff like that, it's amazing. But those guys thoroughly deserve, and we thank them for their services. How good's the shirt, eh? So if you didn't watch last week, I unveiled the shirt. Of course, I had a couple of weeks off. We know all that. We're working through it, but I love the shirt. Dean Ferris, Disco Dean Ferris, and Mrs. Disco designed this shirt. She designed two shirts, and I'm gonna. If you didn't tune in last week, you're dead to me. No, I'm kidding. No, it's all right. I unveiled these shirts last week. So this shirt is actually back to front. So she went and designed it. So I got one the right way, so I can wear it and show it off. I got this one here is back to front, so when I'm looking at you guys through the camera on my iPad at the moment, it comes through the right way. Bloody genius. How good's that? Dean Ferris, hope you're on, mate. I hope you're watching. I know you're always helping me out, brother, and I thank you. But the shirts, we might have to do some merchandise. I might have to get on here. We might have to work out some merchandise in this Shagga Show design as well. We'll get on to that. I'm going to go with a bit of a local legend too at the moment. And I said I'd give him a mention. And there's some good people in our sport. I mention it every week. Dean Ferris, there he is. I knew he was on. A bit of a local legend, bit of a good top all-round bloke. And guys, get on my Facebook page, whether it be on my personal one. I also did it on the Shagga Show page. I put a post up there only sort of half an hour ago. Mel Black, you legend. I know you're watching. So Mel Black, he's a talented young fellow. So during the week, he's a painter, a house painter. And then in his spare time, he likes to do a bit of the old artist work. I'm no artist, eh? I tried to do art work at school, and I was tragic, eh? Like, you know how you had to do clay pot? Like, mine looked like a bloody bowl or something. It was supposed to be a cup, and it looked like a bowl. Anyway, Mel Black, he's an artist. He can draw. That kid can draw. He's probably the same age as me. We love Mel Black. Adrian Christian, don't we? We do. So Mel likes to show his talent off, and he's done it for quite a few people. He'll draw their cars. Put many hours into fantastic drawings, and he comes up with an idea the other day. He wants to do a colouring in book. Is that right? Colouring in book. So he thought, why not? We'll make it a bit worthwhile, and you can't. Hey, you've got to be paid for your talent, I reckon. And so he's doing a colour in book, and he put it up the other day. If you want your card drawn and you want your business name on a page, cough up a hungy, cough up 2 pineapples, cough up a greenback, $100, get your card drawn. He'll draw your card for you, or draw an outliner that can be coloured in. Put your business name on it, and he's going to design this colour in book, and it's gone gangbusters. He put the post up, and I think it's about this thick already, isn't it, Mel? It's bloody big already, I reckon. So not only does he do that, everyone's sort of jumping on the bandwagon, which is fantastic. We're supporting. So he decides, I think yesterday, he's going to auction off the cover. So the cover, obviously, he's going to draw a cover for the cover. He's going to auction it off. The proceeds of that auction will go to the Rural Fire Brigade. The donation from the front page auction, so the cover, I'm sorry, will go to the Rural Fire Brigade. So we just talked about the fireys. Mel Black's going to donate some money from that auction. Now, it started to go off. I think there was a few guys in there, and I think Tony Webb kicked it off. Webby kicked it off. There's a few other guys chipped in. Craig Lewis come in at 500 and then got pipped and then went at 600. Last I saw, it's up to $2,000. Peter Gray. Now, I don't know you, Peter, mate, but you're a dead set legend to cough up that sort of money, to offer that sort of money for the cover. $2,000 so far it's up to. So, guys, get on there, have a look. If you can't top the 2K, which is a cracking effort, from Peter Gray. If you can't top that 2K, maybe chip in a hungy for your page, for a page with your business and a car on it, or just $100 for your car, whatever. Get Brad Gray, is it? Yeah, there we go. Mel Black just commented. Hey Mel, I'll chip in 100. I haven't got a car, mate. I don't know what you can draw for me, but I'll chip in 100. Put the Shagga show on one of those pages, mate. $100 coming your way. Let me know when I got to send it to you, mate. So it's fantastic, mate. You're a talent, and like I said, good people deserve to be rewarded. If you're if you got a bit of a talent, it doesn't hurt to get paid for it. It's a good thing. This comes from a commentator. Keep that in mind, people. Anyway, so good on you. Get on there, like Mel Black, like Lead Sled Auto Art. Just get on there. The links are there. Go and have a look at me post. Anyway, Willowbank last weekend. So Wayne Atterbury, hello mate. How you doing, champion? Reese Northfield, Jagger. How are you, bud? So I went down to Willowbank last weekend. So for those that are following along at home, my little life story, I've moved up to Gladstone, so it's 6.5 hours north of where I was at Willowbank. So just a great opportunity. Things happen in life, and I had something happen, and an opportunity's come up, and here I am. I'm in Gladstone, 6.5 hours north, loving it so far. Got a fantastic opportunity to come up here and work, and with some fantastic people. But I still had a fair bit of my life to go and pick up from Willowbank. So I did that last weekend. Want to thank a couple of people, Jess and Nicole. I love you guys. So I went down and technically I didn't stay with you guys, but I stayed with your neighbour Troy and Juzzy, a couple of legends as well. Stayed there with them Friday night. Saturday I spent all day at the house at Willowbank and basically cleaned out pretty much what I had left. Put it in my trailer, got my trailer going, and spent all day. I was buggered, I was stuffed, I was cramping, the arms were cramping. I'm pretty unfit, if you know. I'm not exactly Robert De Castella for those, or what's a new reference? LeBron James, I don't know, something, you know. So all day I went, and I wanted to get to the track, to Willowbank, to see the Aeroflow Outlaw Nitro Funny Cars, and also the final round of the QDRC, the Queensland Drag Racing Championships. So anyway, I didn't even get there till 6:30, but still it was good to catch up with a lot of people. I tried to head straight for the stand just so I could see a little bit of racing. I managed to get there, I think, for the final pass of the second round of the funny cars, and I managed to see the tail end of semi-finals and finals and the final round of the funny cars. I just want to make an observation, and it's not something, it's not a new thing, but it's funny. Everyone's sort of pushed for time these days. There was days in the background. Sorry, Mel Black. Brad Gray's the leader in the bidding. He's now upped it to $2,500. Is that right? $2,500 from Brad Gray for the cover of the colouring in book for Mel Black. And as I said, that $2,500, whatever that gets to, $2,500 going to the Rural Fire Brigade from Mel Black. How good's that? Jade odds, yeah, definitely outbid. I think Jade, yeah, you in the bidding there too, Jade. Yeah, good on you for having a shot there, but $2.5 grand, that's a mighty effort. Good on you, Brad Gray. That's cracking. So as I said, that's going to the Rural Fire Brigade. Now, where was I? Oh, okay. So I was talking about, so I got there, as I said, just for the tail end of the second round of the funny cars, which was about 7 o'clock. The final round was at 9 o'clock. Everyone's so stretched for time these days. And I know everyone's been working on it, but everyone needs a condensed show. So what happens now is, like back in the old days, if you're a diehard like me, it doesn't matter, but you get people, they'd come to the track and they'd just sit there all day and they'd watch everything. Now they only want to be there for a couple of hours. So the disappointing part, I guess, and I don't know how you get around it, but so the second round finished, and there was just a mass exodus. It was a pretty good crowd. The weather was pretty shitty in Brisbane. Combination of, it was a bit warm, but also the fires. There was a lot of smoke around. It just wasn't a nice day to be out. But it was a pretty good crowd. I was a bit worried when you see the weather like that. And as I said, I lived in the Willowbank area, so I sort of know what the weather does. It's not super pleasant to be out on a day like that. So it was a good crowd. But as soon as that second round finished at 7, out the door. They were gone. They were just... if you were going the opposite way, you were nearly getting trampled. It was like the running of the bulls. Everyone was heading home. So, I don't know. How do you overcome that? And then from what I was told, and I'm only going by reports because I wasn't there myself for the early rounds, the third round of racing for the funny cars, which was 9 o'clock or thereabouts, was the best round of the lot. There was magic passes. There was some 540s. Dan Donnelly took that one out. First one for Dan Donnelly. Well done, mate. But awesome side-by-side passes. Fast, quick. Just real quality show. All the semi-finals and the finals of the QDRC brackets were fantastic as well. But nobody was there to see it. Like, not nobody, but the crowd really dropped off. So it's a shame. It's a shame, and I don't know how you overcome that. Like, obviously, those sorts of cars, they need a bit of turnaround time and that. So look, I don't know. 80% of the crowd that was there for the day didn't see the third round, which was probably, and the finals and that, which was probably the best racing. It's a problem. It's a problem. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So that's what happened there. I don't know, something we can all work out. There we go. So, look, I'm going to mention something else today. There was a post up, and I won't say who put it up, but a lot of you guys know this particular person. I haven't asked this particular person whether I can comment on it or not, so that's why I'm not going to mention the name. Put a post up today. If there was one thing to change about Willowbank, what would it be? We all talk about it. Like I said, I've been going there 30 years, and there's obvious things. But I'll tell you what, the dead set leader, and it's just the amenities, like in terms of particularly like showers and toilets. You know what the little tracks do well? And I'm going to point it out here. In particular, obviously I love Palmyra. Toilets and the showers are spotless. They're clean. They're well presented. They're spotless. They don't smell. And I've said it before, so I forget his name. Roy? Is it Roy? Somebody will correct me. Oh, Roy that does the cleaning up at Palmyra. Now, of course, they got to pay him. They got to pay that guy to be there. He's there, so we do Friday nights and Saturday. Friday nights is a street meet or off the street. Saturday is the racing. He's there for the 2 days, and of course, they pay him. That guy works his butt off. He's an ex-forensics cleaner. He's a retired forensics cleaner for the police. And he does it is Roy. Yeah, there we go. Gary Brett just chiming in. Thanks, mate. Does a fantastic job. And I don't know, it's easy, eh? It's just like a simple thing. And then sometimes you go to like Willowbank, and then, like it's only been the last couple of years they've even painted those Besser block toilets, and there's a smell, and I know, I've been there, I know what's involved, I know the cost of an upgrade is massive, and it's not easy to pull money out your bum to do things like that. But things like that, that's what's leading the way by a long way. Everyone's commenting about the toilets and the showers. Like, so we're drag races. So there's not really any comments about the track. There's not any comments about, the staff. There's not any comments about, everyone's focusing on the showers and toilets. And so I think it's a pretty easy thing to fix if you make an effort. People just appreciate that. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that post. I'm sure a lot of you guys are watching that as well. I've had a couple of comments of people are watching that. Lay Skinner, best money spent is to keep Roy to clean the toilets. Maybe you can make a national thing. Well, you know how the NHRA have the safety safari? So the safety safari are the guys, they do the track crew, they do the fire and emergency and all that, and they take them from track to track with the circus. Maybe we can talk Roy into taking him. We'll take him with the circus. We'll take him around the country, and each drag strip we'll go to, we'll take Roy and he can do the toilets and showers. I don't know. Anyway. We'll ask him. We'll put it to him. So we'll keep an eye on that one. That'll be interesting. And we'll see what goes from there. Fantastic racing, like I said, on the weekend. Congratulations to all the winners. I don't think many brackets were concluded before the semi-finals. And I know a lot of the brackets, the championship winner only come from the final. The result of the final, whether they win the final. Or, the result was based on what happened in the final. So that was awesome. And that's how it should be. And it's pretty exciting this time of year, isn't it? When you get to finals time, championship final time, to see who takes out those trophies. And it's pretty prestigious. And it sort of asks, to me, I wonder why there's always a drop-off. When you get to, most of the tracks, their season runs for 7, 8, 9 events for the year, and you always see a drop off from about event 6 on. You always see a drop off in numbers, and I don't understand that either. Some people say, we're not in the championship, but surely you just want to get out there and race and see how you go, and even if you finish second, third, fourth, in the top 10, just see how you measure up against the other races during the season. So we got these funny little anomalies, don't we, sometimes, in the sport. So yeah, we definitely see a drop off. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's getting towards this time of the year. People are thinking about holidays, Christmas, all that. Maybe trying to save a few extra dollars if they can, because bloody hell, how hard is Christmas on you? It's an expense, isn't it? But anyway, we all love it. So I'm off to Palmyra this weekend, my last event of the year for those guys, and I love that place, and I'm really looking forward. The finals are going to be good. Once again, I don't think any of the brackets are decided. It's going to be close. I'm going to try to do my best over the weekend to keep an eye on them, and we'll give you some updates. But all the best to those travelling to Palmyra this weekend. Pre-entry is like 73, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I think we've seen some 90s or even 100 earlier in the year for events. So 73 is not too bad this time of year, but we got some quality fields. We got the Outlaw bracket this weekend. A number of blown cars also taken on. Sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments. Outlaw bracket. We got some good. We got the Patton boys lined up. We've got Donnie Moxon there in the blown Studebaker. But we got Katie Cunningham in there in the nitrous drag, so she's going to take on the blown, the supercharged guys, which is good to see. And of course, Rob Caddy flying the flag for the Rotary guys. He's in the little R100. He's in Outlaw too. Good on you, Rob. Good on you, mate, for lining up against those guys. So that'll be good to watch as well. Come and see me on the weekend. I know we'll have a great time. End of the year, we'll I'm sure the team, Glenn and all the team in there, will have a barbecue on. We'll get that cracking. I've already got some bookings for next year, guys. I got 3 bookings for February already, which is awesome. So I'm looking forward to that next year. I want to fill up the calendar as much as I can. I want to do as much as I can because I love it, and I'm going to start pushing a bit more. So I've got a couple of what do you call it? Irons in the fire. That's an old school term, isn't it? What was the old school term we heard the other day? Scallywag. What happened to scallywag? How come we don't use that anymore? Scallywag. Anyway. So good. Yeah, Palmyra this weekend. Banaraby next weekend for those looking ahead. That's their final round. And then we're pretty much done for the year, aren't we? And we start looking to 2020. 20 years into the new century already. It's when I start feeling old, as if the grey or I call it chrome, but the grey hair coming through is not enough reminder that you're getting old. We're 20 years into the new century. Anyway, there we go. Alright guys, that's about it tonight. Thanks again for tuning in. Share it if you can for me. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Your finger in the pie. There you go. What happened to finger in your pie? That's another one. Maybe because, was it American Pie or whatever that show? Maybe that changed that one a bit. Go and watch that one, kiddies. Don't tell your parents. It's not too bad. It's alright. What was I going to say? Something. Anything. Right. We'll get someone on soon. I promise. I'm still doing it with the iPad. I might have to fork out and get a laptop or something soon. What have we got? Quarter. What's Laura up to? Aidan. Oh, there you go. Aidan Maxfield. Palmyra 8 or quarter. It's a quarter, mate. It's a quarter. There you go. Come along, Aidan. If you're in the area, mate, make sure you get along there. And like I said, guys, if you can make 2020 the year that you make the trip to a regional track, that'll be fantastic. What about slipping on a banana skin? Kenny Petey, with my dodgy knees, if I slept on a banana skin, it wouldn't be pretty, mate. You rascal. Kenny Petey. Dead legend. Alright, that's about it. I'll go and check on the dogs, make sure they haven't made too much of a mess. I've got honey mustard chicken, lovingly made by Anita, down there in the fridge. I'll heat up and get into that. Junior's super close for championship too. Gary Brett, yeah, I know, mate. How good is it? How good is it? Alright. I wish Buddy from Adelaide. Oh, I ate a Maxfield in Adelaide. Was just curious. Good on you, mate. I might get down there one day too, eh? I'll get down to Adelaide. We'll check that out. We'll see what's going on down that neck of the woods. Any other comments? What have we got? Russell Bell is our man for race bike bracket. We all just out to beat him this weekend. Poor old Russell Bell. He's had a fantastic season. He's done well. Even when he was struggling, he was doing well. Russell Bell. Just ask him. He'll tell you if he's struggling. All right. Inter finals in March. There you go. Come on down, March. That might be right. Mel Black. You're welcome, mate. Hungy. Put your hand in your pockets. Go and help Mel Black out. First event. There you go, Aidan Maxfield. Oh, you got the blown car, mate, from memory, Aidan? Am I on the right track? Darren Hubbard's old car? Let's see how good my memory is. I'm going to read some comments. Hang on. Let's go through some of these. Sorry, guys. Hope you don't mind. Trent Smith. Hello, mate. You legend. Be down there for Power Cruise, February 20th to 24th, mate. 2020. I'm booked in. Nicky and Gup and the team there got me booked in, mate. I'm looking forward to that. There's somebody. Mark Vegal was watching. I don't know if he's still on, mate. Tough weekend last weekend, mate. Unfortunately. I hope you're back soon. With, of course, Pricey and the team. Power all the pits. Yeah, power for the pits. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to have some power all through the pits. I mean, it's all big expenses, and we know that, but yeah, something. I guess something you have to aim for. But Dean Ferris. Good on you, champion. All right, that's it. I'm going to call it a night. Have fun this weekend. I'll catch you next week. I'll give you a bit of a wrap up from Palmyra. We'll talk about Banaraby coming up next weekend. What else can we talk about? I'll keep an eye on that post as I was telling you about. That's pretty about it. Beer time. Who said beer time? It just popped up on the screen. It's Trent Smith. Yeah, mate. Sounds good. We'll be super sedan, but still blown. Oh, cool, man. That's good. Aidan. Nice, man. Rob Harrington. gone into making stickers. He's like gone all poetic or something. He put up something today. Steve Phillips, hello, mate. Thank you, mate, for all your support. You come on to the end, but that's all right. You can watch it again. I'll post it up. You can watch it. See you, Stephen D. Hey, mate, you moved up closer to me, and I still didn't even catch up with you. I had to see you at the airport in Sydney. He moves up from Sydney to the north side of Brisbane. And where do we meet up? In Sydney at the airport. Nuts. All right. That's enough dribble from me. Just drag challenge. Oh, yeah, drag challenge is on. Shit, Dean Ferris. Lucky you're there, mate. Yeah, watching some of that. How about Dan's HQ Monaro? Saw that thing at Jambo. Blown. Twin turbo, big block in a HQ Monaro. Silver one. Tough. Ended up going 7. Went a drag challenge yesterday. Went 7:35 at 197. The thing's pretty much full bodied. It's not a race car. It probably weighs 38, 39, 4,000 pounds. It's up there. It'll definitely be up there. So that's cool. All good, Steve Phillips, mate. I know you're thinking, get you next time. That thing's fly bloody insane. Yeah, it does, mate. Yep, cool. All right, I'm out. That's it. Too much dribble. See you next week. Love us all. Shagga out.